Hey guys, it's Chaos Chrono back with another Coda deck unboxing. We're on a deck number 8 of this display. We've had a bunch of good house combinations, but nothing quite amazing yet. But let's see what we have today. Today's deck is a Mars Untamed and Logos deck, Annual Yellow Delphinia. That's a good chance to be a rush deck, depending on how the Mars comes out. So let's see what we got. Starting with Untamed, we have one of our favorite creatures. It's a Hunting Witch, 2-power creature. Each time you play another creature, gain 1 Amber. We have Mermook, 3-power creature. Your opponent's keys cost +1 Amber. Lupo the Scarred, 6-power creature. Swift Skirmish. Play, deal 2 damage to an enemy creature. Howlcore, 4-power creature. Each friendly flank creature gains Skirmish. Fuzzy Gurin, 2 Amber whenever you play it. 5-power creature. When you play him, your opponent gains 1 Amber. Dust Pixie, 2 Amber whenever you play it. 1-power creature. Just 1 copy. Dew Fairy, 2-power creature with Elusive. Reap, gain an Amber. Vigor, Amber whenever you play it, it's an action. Heal up to 3 damage from a creature. If you heal 3 damage, gain 1 Amber. Regrowth, Amber whenever you play it. Return a creature from your discard pile to your hand. Nocturnal Maneuver, Amber whenever you play it. Exhaust up to 3 creatures. Grasping Vines, Amber whenever you play it. Return up to 3 artifacts to their owner's hands. Full Moon, for the remainder of the turn, gain an Amber each time you play a creature. That's it for Untamed. Moving on to Mars, we have Zizix the Many, 3-power creature with Fight Reap. You may reveal a creature from your hand. If you do, archive it, and Zizix the Many gets 3 + 1 power counters. The Ixlix Dominator, 9-power creature with 1 armor and Taunt. It comes into play stunned. Vesma Thankdrum, 3-power creature, Reap. You may archive a friendly creature or artifact from play. You look at Megamouth, 3-power creature, Fight Reap, use a friendly non-Mars creature. 2 copies. John Smith, 2-power creature with Elusive, Fight Reap, ready a non-agent Mars creature. Very nice creature to see. 2 copies of him. Mother Gun, artifact. Action, reveal any number of Mars cards from your hand. Deal damage to a creature equal to the number of Mars cards revealed this way. Combat Pheromones, Amber whenever you play it. It's an artifact with Omni, sacrifice Combat Pheromones. You may use up to 2 other Mars cards this turn. Psychic Network, steal 1 Amber for each friendly ready Mars creature. Phosphorus Stars, stun each non-Mars creature, gain 2 chains. Orbital Bombardment, Amber whenever you play it. Reveal any number of Mars cards from your hand. For each card revealed this way, deal 2 damage to a creature. You may choose different creatures each time. That's it for Mars. Moving on to Logos, we have Titan Mechanic. It's a 6-power creature. While Titan Mechanic is on a flank, each key costs 1 Amber less. Mother, 5-power creature. During your draw card step, refill your hand to 1 additional card. 2 Mothers. 3 Mothers, very nice. Quicksilver the Adventurer, 3-power creature with Skirmish. Fight, draw a card. Harlan Mindlock, 1-power creature. Play, take control of an enemy flank creature until Harlan Mindlock leaves play. Dr. Escotera, 4-power creature. Play, gain 1 Amber for each forged key your opponent has. Spectral Tunneler, Amber whenever you play it, it's an artifact. Action, choose a creature. For the remainder of the turn, that creature is considered a flank creature and gains Reap, draw a card. Library Babel, also an artifact. Action, draw a card. Wild Wormhole, Amber whenever you play it, play the top card of your deck. Library Access, it's an action. For the remainder of the turn, each time you play another card, draw a card. As of the errata, you have to purge it anytime you play it. Last card is Fogify. Amber, whenever you play it, your opponent cannot use creatures to fight on their next turn. So that's it for the deck. Let's organize this and see what we got. Alright, for Amber generation, we're looking at 13 pips of Amber to start. Obviously most of it is in the Untamed kit. We also have supporting cards like Full Moon, Dew Fairy, Hunting Witch, Psychic Network, and Dr. Escotera directly to gain additional Amber. Additionally, I put in a John Smith and Youth Megamouth because of their possibility of extra usage on each turn. It's more geared towards efficiency rather than true Amber gains from that effect, so I won't count them towards the total count as of right now. Also, Vesma Think Drone is an interesting card here as we can replay cards like Dust Pixie and Fuzzy Grin. So overall, I'm going to rate the expected Amber at about 18 or more. So it has a much higher ceiling, but at the minimum, we're looking at about 18. For Amber control, we are severely lacking cards in this deck. Our true Amber control is only in the form of Psychic Network, which really requires us to have a ready Mars board in order to make use of it. We do have Remove to increase key cost by 1, but it's kind of counteracted by Titan Mechanic that reduces key cost as well. So all in all, I'd probably just rate it at a 1. So we're looking at a true race deck. For artifact control, we're only looking at the Grasping Vines, so that gives us half a point, as it only bounces artifacts back to hand, so they can come right back down right away. For creature control, we have Lupo, Nocturnal Maneuver, Halicore, Orbital Bombardment, Mother Gun, and Phosphorus Stars. No real board wipe. A lot of cards will only perform at their strongest situation only. So all in all, the creature control is also kind of lacking. I'll rate it about a 5, but yeah, the quality of the creature control is definitely not ideal. I typically look at direct damage to be more important, or direct removal to be more important than any sort of board-based control. And especially in a deck that's focusing on racing to the finish, that becomes a bit more important in my eyes. So that's why the rating is a bit lower here. Looking at speed, we have a solid Logos house built around speed. The Triple Mother is a real highlight. We got the Adventurer to fight and draw, the artifacts that let you draw additionally as well. Library access with a Wild Wormhole is always very good. We have cards that help with efficiency like Regrowth. Foster Stars is placed in there as a negative because of the chains. Several of the Mars cards help make things more efficient. Zizix to help you cycle through your deck a bit faster as well, so that he definitely counts towards increasing the speed of the deck. John Smith and Megamouth increase the efficiency, not necessarily true speed, but creates more opportunities for you to make use of those non-Mars cards that help you draw. So starting with 8 Logos cards, I'll rate the speed at about a 10, with the potential for a higher speed experience with this deck, depending on how things come together. Looking at the combos in this deck, the Untamed is very clear. That Full Moon Hunting Witch with a total of 7 Untamed creatures is a really good number to burst up in Amber, and not to mention 2 of them have double Amber pips on them to begin with. We would have liked to see a key cheat in Untamed, whether it's Heave Charge or Chota Hazari. In this deck, Chota Hazari probably would have done better. So without a key cheat, you definitely need to make sure your opponent doesn't have an answer for a high Amber Burst. Things like Too Much to Protect and Interdimensional Graft would be very detrimental. Looking at the Mars, we have Recursion. So the double John Smith is always great to see. We don't have a Crystal Hive in here for that additional Amber Burst, but that's okay, as there are no other key cheats in this deck in any of the other houses either. The Zizix does really help in terms of setting up that big Untamed Burst turn to get your creatures archived ahead of time. And a Mars board in this deck is pretty strong. We have cards like Comet Pheromones that let you use the Mars set, so if you could use a John Smith with a Megamouth, you can double that up, or double up the Zizix on a non-Mars turn. The Think Drone, obviously archiving friendly creatures, would be very beneficial to archive the Dust Pixie for its play effect, potentially to reuse Hardline Mindlock after the creature you took the first time is destroyed. Lupo's play effect for 2 additional damage, so there's several good targets for Vesma Think Drone. As for Logos, pretty straightforward. We have the Triple Mother to set up a big hand size, either to build up to a library access turn, or to be part of the library access turn leading into a bigger off logos house turn. We would have liked to see a phase shift or two, not necessarily in place of the Wild Wormhole, but we do have certain cards in this deck that we may not want to hit, like the Phosphorus Stars, so the Wild Wormhole does have its risks. This is a true race deck, very lacking in the Amber control department. With that in mind, the absence of key cheats is probably detrimental to this deck, as the opponent's goal is pretty simple. If they have the answer for Big Amber Burst, then all they need is one turn for that to happen and you can't stop them after that. If they don't have those tools, then this deck really needs to rely on those bursts on turns to guarantee a forge and hope that there's no key cost increases or anything like that as well. Due to the limitations the lack of Amber control puts on this deck, as well as the type of creature control that's a little lackluster, I'm going to have to rate this deck at a 63. All in all, a lot of fun things to do in this deck. As an introductory set, Call of the Archons was amazing, and this is one of the things that makes it so good. These big combos that just pile on the Amber or pile on the cards into your hand. Back when library access wasn't purged, that turn could be huge in this deck, right? So looking at the houses, it was kind of expected that this is the type of deck that we would have had. All in all, looks like a really fun deck. I don't think it'll be very competitive with how the meta stands, but this is definitely one of the enjoyable ones. So with that, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section below. If you have any other suggestions, critiques, do let me know as well. Look forward to the display unboxing coming up this weekend. And we only got a couple of decks left for the Call of the Archon set, so we'll be done in a couple of weeks and we'll move on to the last Mass Mutations display I have. Hope you guys continue to enjoy the game and have opportunities to play despite all the closures and things going on in the world. So with that, stay safe, and as always, be kind and happy forging.